Tattoo, a small word but a heavy one. A tattoo may look like a small drawing, a pattern, a phrase, or a decorative mark on the skin. But behind every tattoo lies a story, sometimes beautiful, sometimes painful, sometimes forgotten, and sometimes deeply regretted. In today's world, tattoos have become symbols of boldness, creativity, identity, and sometimes rebellion. Yet beneath this modern glamour lies a reality many do not speak about. What if I told you that over 75% of people who have tattoos eventually regret getting them? And the rate of regret is even higher among Africans, those on the continent and those in the diaspora. Regret usually is not random. Regret is often the result of a decision made in a moment of pressure, in a moment of curiosity or excitement, without understanding the full consequences. Before inscribing a permanent mark on your body, before altering the skin you will carry for the rest of your life, one must pause and ask a simple but profound question: what exactly do I want to achieve with these tattoos? Life today is fast, noisy, and sometimes overwhelming. Young people especially feel caught in a world of trends, celebrity culture, social comparison, and identity struggles. Social media displays tattoos as glamours, bandages of confidence and self-expression. Influencers flaunt them with pride. Celebrities cover their bodies with intricate designs, and entertainment pattern platforms present tattoos as though they carry no long-term effect. In the middle of this noise, many lose themselves in the desire to belong. Yet, ancient wisdom warns, all that glitters is not gold. Not everything that shines is worth pushing. Not everything that shines is worth pursuing. Not everything that is popular is beneficial. Not everything admired today will be admired tomorrow. Society often claps hands for what entertains, but not everything that entertains builds a meaningful life. Praise can make a fool even more foolish, but it makes a wise person wiser. To pause, reflect, and seek deeper understanding. So the real question remains, what exactly is a tattoo? Why are we discussing this now? Why is it important for this generation? How do culture, psychology, health, religion, and society shape how tattoos are understood? And most importantly, what should a young person consider before making a permanent decision? Let us begin with the beginning. But before then, my concern as a teacher is that those who engage in tattoo are my students. They are between the age of 18 and 35. I've taught virtually in all levels of education except primary and nursery schools. So I bear with them, I know them, I understand them. My concern is that if you don't believe to be part of the solution, part of the problem, you can never be part of the solution. What exactly is a tattoo? A tattoo is not just ink on skin. It is a permanent or semi-permanent mark created by puncturing the skin repeatedly and depositing pigment into the deeper layers. Once this ink enters the skin, it becomes part of you. It is not like makeup that can be washed away or like fabric that can be changed. It is an indelible design, a mark that can last a lifetime. Tattoo removal exists, yes, but the process is painful, expensive, time-consuming, and not always effective. Many people attempt removal and find themselves with scars, discoloration, or incomplete fading. Yet millions continue to get tattoos without understanding their permanence, implications, and meanings in different cultural spaces. Tattooing is not a recent trend. It has existed for thousands of years. In ancient Polynesia, tattoos were sacred. Tattoos were sacred marks representing identity, bravery, lineage, or spiritual significance or relevance. Among some Native American tribes, tattoos symbolized achievements. In parts of Southeast Asia, tattoos marked stages of growth or transition. In Latin America, certain indigenous groups use tattoos for beauty or ritual recognition. But in Africa, the relationship with tattoos is different. And this difference is important. In African history, tattooing is intertwined with the traumas. During the transatlantic slave trade, millions of Africans were forcefully branded and tattooed by slave masters. These markings were not artistic, they were symbols of ownership, oppression, and dehumanization. They were marks of captivity, not creativity. They represented suffering, not self-expression. Although centuries have passed, the generational memory of this pain remains embedded in many African communities. This is one reason why tattoos today still invoke discomfort, suspicion, or disapproval in many African families. They trigger memories, historical memories of branding, colonial violence, and lost dignity. Even though modern tattoo culture is trying to reframe the art of stylish, creative, and expensive, the shadows of history still influence African interpretation. Today, tattoos are rebranded as a form of artistic identity. Young people use them to express emotions, tell stories, celebrate achievements, honor or honor loved ones. Others use tattoos to appear bold, different, liberated, or fashionable. But here lies the problem. Most people who get tattoos do not actually know what they are trying to communicate. Many get tattoos simply because they saw others doing it. Celebrities, friends, influencers. This is what Psychologists call the population fallacy. Fallacy by population or argumentum ad populum. Believing something is right simply because many people are doing it, not even knowing the reason, not even knowing the implication or the consequences. Popularity does not equal wisdom. Trend does not equal truth. Excitement does not equal understanding. Before we go deeper, let me pause briefly and encourage you. Please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Like this video, share it with someone you can care about, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Your support helps us to continue producing meaningful impact content, not just gossip, but educative, informative, and inspiring information. Now let us dive into the psychological side. Research shows that most people who get tattoos fall between the ages of 18 and 35. Erik Erikson, the developmental psychologist, described this age range as the period of identity versus rule confusion, a phase where young adults are trying to establish who they are and where they belong. This identity struggle often leads to experimentation. And when identity is unstable, decisions become unstable too. Many young people get tattoos because they want to fit in. They want to feel superior or unique. They want attention. They want validation. They are influenced by a partner or friend. They want to appear bold or modern. They want to belong to subculture. But here is the truth. Permanent decisions should never be made from temporary emotions. Consider this. A global survey in 2022 revealed that 78% of people who removed tattoos said they outgrew the meaning. 11% removed tattoos due to relationship issues. 6% removed tattoos due to medical complications. Over 60% regretted the tattoo within the first 5 years. Do you want to be one of them? Think of it. These numbers reveal something important. The meaning you give a tattoo at 18 may not remain meaningful at 28 or 38. Life changes, identity evolves, value shifts, but the tattoo remains. May I ask, what of the health implication? This part is often ignored. Tattooing involves repeatedly puncturing the skin. This exposes the body to risks such as skin infections, allergic reactions to ink, colloids, especially common among Africans, blood-borne diseases if tools are not sanitized, permanent scars, interference with certain medical scans like MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. Yet most people who walk into tattoo studios rarely ask, how clean is the equipment? What type of ink is being used? What hygiene standards are followed? Because in the moment of excitement, wisdom is often silent. Let us be honest. African societies are not fully open to tattoos yet. In many communities, tattoos are linked to the rebellion, irresponsibility, or spiritual exposure. This perception may be changing gradually, but it has not changed enough to be ignored. In Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Uganda, and several other countries, many security agencies, including the police, military, and paramilitary organizations, do not accept applicants with visible tattoos. In some banking institutions, tattoos are still discouraged. In some religious communities, tattoos create suspicion. Whether we agree or not, spatial perception shapes opportunities. As one African proverb says, the one who wears the shoes knows where it pinches, but the one who walks barefoot sees the road more clearly. Meaning that what seems beautiful to you may look harmful to others who understand the wider consequences. Let me share a true story that mirrors the experiences of many. A young lady once had a promising future. She was educated, hardworking, and engaged to a responsible man. At 19, during a rebellious phase, she had gotten a large tattoo on her back. Years later, she became deeply self-conscious about it, especially because her partner came from a religious background that viewed tattoos with caution. She began to feel unworthy. She felt judged, even when no one was judging her. Eventually, she ended the relationship on her own, out of shame and fear. Today, she regrets not only the tattoo, but the emotional damage the tattoo caused in her life. The man moved on. She remained with the mark she could not erase. Her story is not unusual. It is the story of many. A Warren Buffett wisely said, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. A tattoo may not ruin your life, but it can complicate your journey. The Bible does not explicitly condemn tattoos in the modern sense, but it offers timeless principles of wisdom. In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19, it says, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? This verse urges caution, respect, and mindfulness because your body is a replica of the Holy Spirit. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, though it cost all you have. Get understanding, meaning that you have to seek knowledge before action, seek clarity before commitment, seek long-term vision before short-term excitement. But then, what should you consider before getting a tattoo? 1. Think deeply about the meaning. If your reason is shallow, influenced, emotional, or unclear, pause and think again. 2. Try a temporary option first. Temporary tattoos help you understand how you feel without long-term consequences. This temporary tattoo uses colors with brush to paint your body. 3. Think about your future career. Not all workplaces accept visible tattoos. Your future deserves protection. 4. Think about culture. Especially in Africa, tattoos will carry varied interpretations. You may think it does not matter, but when you look at a tattoo from the African lens, you know what decision to make. Think about your older self. What you love at 20 may embarrass you at 40. 6. Think about the health risks. Your skin is a living organ, not 𝐂𝐔𝐃𝐄. Before we conclude, let me remind you once again, please subscribe. Leave a comment for us. Like and share this video. Your engagement helps us create more meaningful content and reach more people, especially students, who need guidance and truth. The conversation is not about condemnation. It is not about judging those who have tattoos. And it is not about promoting fear. This is about wisdom. This is about reflection. This is about protecting the future you cannot see yet. If you already have a tattoo, your story is still your own. Is still your own. You are not defined by ink, but if you are considering one, step back and think deeply. A tattoo is not a mark. It is a story. It is a declaration. It is a statement you will carry for the rest of your life. So make sure your story is one you will be proud to tell, not just today, but forever. Think deeply, choose wisely, live intentionally. I have told you the truth because I love you. If I hate you, I will tell you the story that you want to hear. I would wish everybody who had this to share it to young ones. Tattoo is like a suicide mission. Nobody tells you when he or she is going to do it until the person has done it. Share it among the young ones, especially students. God bless you.